and there's just this whole revolution happening. I'd love you to just start by explaining what it's like to have to deal with that. Like, I understand at one point you were having like a daily meeting about how to allocate to compute and to who and why. Just like bring us into that part of your life, because I think it's like right at the cutting edge of what's going on.
Look, the compute that we procure it's the lifeblood of our business. It is the most important thing in the company. It is the thing on which it's like the canvas on which everything else gets built. And so the decisions we make and how much compute to buy are some of the most consequential and hardest decisions to make in the entire company. You know, think of it this way: if you buy too much compute, you go out of business. If you buy too little compute, you can't serve your customers, and you're not at the frontier. It's the same thing. So, you know, we talk a lot about this cone of uncertainty, but the idea of just these purchases that have these real world implications, right? You can't just go out and, you know, buy a gigawatt of compute and have it delivered next week. You have to really think ahead to plan for this. And so we really take a very disciplined approach to how we think about it. So we look bottoms up. You know, we model what we think demand will be. Obviously, we sometimes get that wrong. We think about the compute we need to stay at the frontier, and we really look ahead and try to estimate that. And then as we go out and actually do these deals to procure compute, you know, flexibility is really important to us. And so we build that flexibility into the deals themselves. We build that flexibility into how we use the compute as well, because the way in which we bridge from a position we are today to where we want to go when the business is growing exponentially is to use that compute as efficiently as possible. I would